Hey everybody, it's been a while since I've done an update on the pool project. So I just kind of wanted to show you some of the things. It's come a long ways. I haven't given up on it. I just have I've made a lot of changes and updates along the way. I've just not been as good at updating the page. So kind of got looking. The video was kind of archaic from when I first released it. So I kind of wanted to maybe do an updated video to show where we're at, talk about some of the problems and stuff encountered and some of the developments that have been made along the way. So anyways, yeah, that's the pool, and back here's all my pool equipment. So I went with this Hayward pump here because it accepts external relay control for speed. So basically I used 3 relays to kind of talk to it and tell it what speed you want. As far as, so here's the box with all my power stuff. I used an external antenna because it's in a metal box, but then I have particle photon, the brains of the whole operation right here. As far as power, I basically used a GFCI breaker. It powers this little cord that does the 24 volt AC converter for the valves, and then I have a 12 volt DC converter that does the ball valve. So I didn't have a million power cords. That 12 volt also tied into a little buck converter right there in the back right corner. Just gives it a little USB output, converts it to 5 volts to run my photon. I have an 8-channel relay board with a single channel up on top, so I have 9 relays. And then a temperature probe on to this photon as well that gives me the outside air temperature. As far as the relays, 3 of them do the speed, 2 of them do this Jandy valve. The reason I have 2 is so I can do 3 positions on the valve, because there's a stop limit switch on one side and the other side. So you could get away with 1 relay if you want to do 2 positions, but I wanted 3 different positions, so basically I'm achieving that by 1 relay goes one direction, 1 relay goes the other direction, and otherwise it's stopped, and I can kind of do it with timing to get that 3rd position that I'm desiring. That down there below the grocery bag is just a little ball valve that does the aerator. I have a one relay controlling that. It's either fully open or fully closed. 1 relay does the pool light. I'm able to achieve color control with that by cycling the light on and off. It changes the color of the light. I've been able with my programming go in and make it to where I can select specific colors, so I could basically ask Alexa to turn on the pool light blue, and it'll cycle it the number of times it needs to get there, just turning the relay on and off. 2 of the other relays control this outlet, top and bottom, right here. Into the outlet I have plugged in a couple Stenner pumps that pump chemicals. So this is the chlorine tank, this is the muriatic acid tank. Basically those get injected directly into the outlines, so after the filter, after the pump, so that I'm not doing any wear and tear on the equipment, the chemicals get pumped right into the return lines of the pool. That's pretty cool. So basically all that's local controlled, because I don't want internet connections or smart things or cloud or anything getting in the way of turning on those chemical pumps and then having them not turn off. That said, I do have them incorporated into smart things, as in I can do a manual addition. Say I test the pool and I want to add more chlorine, or I want to shock it, or whatever. I can, in smart things tell it a time I want, and it sends it, and once the device gets it, it's now local controlled. It's not waiting on smart things to turn it off. It basically says, I got smart things told me to turn on for 5 minutes, I'm going to turn off in 5. So even if I lost internet or whatever, it would do it. So anyways, that's kind of this part of it. The second part of it, I used to have over on the other side. I've drug everything back here. This is kind of my water valve controller. Basically I have a ball valve, the flow sensor, ball valve. This one does the pool fill, so that it receives a input from the sensor. It says it's at this level. It knows how many gallons it needs to add to bring it up to the correct level. And so it'll open the ball valve and then shut off when the flow sensor reaches that amount. So that just goes into one of these pipes that goes down into my pool, so it's directly going in. No more hose across the pool like I used to have when I was kind of doing proof of concept. The second ball valve does my patio misters, goes up, see through this filter, and then on the PVC pipe that runs along my patio and just sprays these little misting nozzles. In here, I have the little temp level sensor that I built. It used that LiDAR to detect the level, and then there's a temperature probe that comes out right there. That's my pool pump. However, here's one of the problems I've encountered. It's lasted a year, but I don't have it protected. There's no glass or anything right there, just a hole so that the laser can shoot down. Eventually fumes from chlorine and or moisture kind of corroded it, and that sensor kind of went kaput. So since deactivated that, well, I'm kind of waiting for, I don't know, either I might go a different direction, I might go with a float switch, or I might go back with that again, but I need to get it protected from the elements now that I proved that it worked. As far as that pool water, it kind of comes out right here, and you can kind of see I just put a little quick connect hose and then some tubing down in it. Directly goes right into the pool now. So no more hose across the pool, water goes right into the pool. It's kind of nice. Right now I'm just manually adding water to the pool since that sensor went kaput, but like I said, it worked great for like a year, but just heat warning anybody building it. It definitely needs to be protected. I need to come up with somebody to like 3D print a case or something like that, but I don't have a 3D printer, so anyway, kind of rambling. I'll kind of show you a couple of the other improvements. So all my scheduling I used to do with WebCore, now it's all local controlled. I've improved the auto mode and stuff on it, so the auto mode's running the schedule that's locally on the Photon. So if I turn that off, you see it goes to manual mode. I can change the speed. Let's make it obvious. We'll make it go really loud. Let's go like 3450. You can see 3450 gets selected. Over here, what's happened is the relays get activated to tell the pump to speed up. Here it starts speeding up. So I needed to do that for a while to kind of maybe clean the pool or whatever reason I wanted to go higher. Now, if I want to go right back to my regularly scheduled programming, I can just turn it back to auto mode, and what I have it do now is if I go back into auto mode, it looks and goes, where did I want to be valve and pump speed wise, and you can see it goes right back to where the schedule was at 1500 RPM. So anyway, that was a couple improvements made to the whole auto mode. So I found like if I went into manual for whatever reason, I'd have to manually go back to what was wanting to be, but it was just easier to kind of just turn back the auto mode and have it go to what I wanted. So anyways, yeah, hope that I'll show some of the, I guess I'll put maybe a minute's worth of chlorine in there as well. So that's just the pumps. It does the valves as well. Like I say, the water level right now is not working, so I don't have anything in there. That's just going to show 0%. That pool fill automatic calculated amount would be the amount the auto leveler says it needs to add in gallons at any point, how short it is. Obviously that's showing 0 because that's not working right now either. So right now, if I just turn on the pool autofill, it turns on and off the valve to open and close, that water to the pool right now. So it's kind of manual, but that's what that is. In this device handler, you can see I've got gallons. So actually, if I turn it on, that valve will open. Hear it back there opening. It's putting water in the pool, and you'll eventually see the gallon ticker tick up, so I can kind of keep track of how much water is going into the pool. Which is nice, how much you're evaporating, how much you're adding to the pool. Kind of help you with chemical calculations and stuff. Yeah, you can see 1 gallon now. Anyways, it would keep ticking up. I'll turn it off. Anyway, as far as the chemical pumps go, I'll kind of show you that. I'll go over here. Like I say, I'm able to see when the automatic amount, my daily amount, comes on automatically through the Photon, regardless of connection. But if I wanted to manually add some, I can go in here and how I have it set up. So I have a daily chlorine button, daily acid, manual chlorine, manual acid. So if I come in the settings, you can basically see where the daily chlorine, I'm running the chlorine pump for 18 minutes daily, 4 minutes acid pump daily, and then manual time. So say I want to manually put chlorine in. Say I only want it to run for 1 minute. I can say 1 minute, save. And then what I can do is, so say I updated the daily amount, I would hit daily and that just updates it on the Photon so that it says, oh, you want to change how much you're running it daily. I found throughout the summer I pretty much leave it at the same amount. I might eventually incorporate the pool temperature into it and have it just automatically adjust those values, but for now I'm just kind of testing every once in a while, making sure I'm where I'm supposed to be. And pretty much I found I left it at a certain amount all summer and it just kind of, the pool just stayed. I was never over chlorinated, never under, but I imagine as it starts cooling down that's going to have to taper off. So like I say, I might incorporate it, find some sort of formula once I have enough data to kind of maybe make it more automatic, but I really haven't had to do it much. But anyway, so if I hit the manual chlorine button now, what'll happen? You heard the relay click and then the chlorine might come on. So what it did is it just sent it off to the Photon, said run for 1 minute, so now it doesn't matter if SmartThings crashes, the internet crashes, that will shut off in 1 minute. So anyway, yeah, running that an extra minute's not going to add very much chlorine, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, if I do have internet connection, I can at least track it through SmartThings and see, hey, the chlorine pump's on. You can see when stuff came on and the recent tab, so it's kind of nice. Like I say, still having it incorporated into SmartThings without relying upon it. Anyways, hope all this was helpful. Maybe I'll kind of show you the light real quick. Let's turn on, for instance, outside lighting, pool light. So here's my pool light controller. I'll hit the blue button here. Blue. You see the pool light came on blue. So pretty cool. That was just with like a cheap Amazon light that it was like 70 bucks, this LED light that just changes color when you cycle it. And like I say, I kind of just went through and found out how it changes. Anyways, hope you guys all enjoyed this. Take care.